welcome back to the Pontiac Power C10. Now as you can see, the engine's sitting in there. I've modified the motor mounts. They're bolted in. All that's good. And I'm not redoing this because it's like the 4th or 5th time they've gone off in the last couple of minutes, so oh well. It's springtime. It's been spring. Haven't really got the chance to work on it yet because of weather. Weather's been horrible. It'll be nice sunny while I'm at work. Then the weekend comes, the cold front's been coming in. Like this morning is 34 degrees. I think it's like 40 something now. And of course a lot of rain. Right now it's not raining, but there's more rain coming and it's just a pain. Plus, because I know this project's going to take a little bit longer, I stopped, work on the daily driver to make sure it'll last long enough to get this done. Of course, the G8's going to have some work done to it before I take a couple of trips to some of the big Pontiac shows this year. So, too many projects going on. But I'm going to make a list of things that I'm going to need to get started on this and go. Some of the stuff I'm going to have to wait on because I'm not sure some of this stuff and how it's going to fit, you know, all that good stuff. Need stuff now, some stuff later I'll figure out. I need to figure out where I'm at before I get started. Something like the hood, it's going to be custom made. I'm going to have a company custom made me a fiberglass hood for this. And that'll be one of the last things. That's something I don't have to worry about. Now, mock-up headers, that's something I'm going to be looking for sure. Because I started looking recently, and I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that the Pontiac Ventura headers will actually fit this truck. Because on the other ones, they come straight down and hit the control arms. Whereas the Venturas actually look like they actually got a sweep. Much like what the headers on these trucks have, where there's a big block or a small block, you know, the ones that are mass produced, have to clear those arms. So, that's something I am going to look for. Now, behind me is the rest of the parts, and I got to figure out what to do with them. So let's start off here. This big old box. This is my full Phantom billet grill. Black and polished. So it's got a nice little polished edge there. And I was going to use that and put a split in it somewhere down the middle and make it look like a Pontiac split bumper. But I've gotten to the point where I don't care for the full billet because it makes the grill and the opening of the truck look way too wide when you do it. So I thought about doing a partial Phantom billet where it's still got the headlight bezels on each side and then the billet there and splitting it down the middle. Maybe what I do, because there's not a lot of really custom aftermarket grills out there that I see. I may have to end up making one. So that's something to look for. I look for a grill. If it's a reasonable price, I'll get it. If not, I'll just make my own. Now here is a rear bumper. Now this one is brand new, never mounted. It is a reproduction. I do have the brackets I pulled off. I think it was a Suburban. The only thing I'm missing for it is the license plate box here. Not a big deal. Luckily I was able to get this one dirt cheap many years ago, before the C10s got really popular and no one really wanted to work on them still, so some guy had this for a project and yeah, I got it cheap. Now here is a radiator support cover, and yeah, this earlier one, it is chrome. It was custom chromed, and the radiator cover I'm not too worried about it. I know I have one. Or I may just have to make brackets like the work truck, whatever. Depends on the radiator, which this one worked with the Champion radiator I had in it before. So I'm not really too concerned about this because this will probably still work again. And I'm sure I can mount a shroud for it to hold the electric fans to it with all these little extra holes and all that. So this is good. I'll come over here. My bezel is kind of screwed, but it always has been. Now I do have this piece for it, makes it look better, but also back in the day with my stereo. I actually made this for it. So stereo mounted, no one ever noticed that it was, you know, busted there. This piece I actually set in there on the back side, so I can have my vacuum gauge and my extra switch. Still have my radio, and actually on this side over here, this was here because my temperature gauge didn't work very well, and it covered up all that. Now I did smooth this all down and put a nice brush finish on it compared to what they were when these were new back in the day. It's not bad. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to tackle this part yet. It is a little warped. No, there we go. Still a little warped, but been put up, probably hit, knocked around. Part set on it, so I need to bend it back, but it's aluminum to bend back easy. Here's the gauges. I can replace these. That's not a big deal anymore with the aftermarket. There's my speedometer. Gas gauge, of course. Tack was mounted on the dash. Now, I'm still trying to decide if I want to use this or if I want to go ahead and just go after all aftermarket gauges. I kind of like this, but the one thing that I will have to order new is the dashboard on the back, because it's rough. It's bad. And if I do decide on keeping this stuff, I'll just paint it black, including that and all that, and just have a smooth black look and probably keep that little bit of green in there. Of course, I got a brand new air filter already, drive shaft loop, wiring harness, my custom air cleaner spacer that I made many years ago. The air cleaner I already have. I also have the velocity stack bottom. As you can see, it does say 400 on it. So, very fitting. Also, I have a brand new dash for the truck. You can see, brand new carpet, made in the USA. Of course, that's made in the USA. Lower valance for the front bumper, which I do not have a front bumper yet. That's one thing I need. I'll probably buy one new, because most of the 81, 82 front bumpers are pretty damaged around here that I find that are off a truck. And of course, go with the bezel. I actually have the matching piece. It goes on the passenger side. And I will probably paint this black and put it on. That way I don't have those vents. So now I've pretty much gone through everything, see what I need. I know the things I need are my lowering spindles. Order those new. The reason why I got to replace the upper and lowers, I did replace those. The grease boots dry rotted. I was going through these parts and found Y is a cheap generic store brand that I bought ages ago. And it's not a very good brand, so I'm just going to replace all that front suspension stuff and with better quality parts this time. Just buy those new. So once it warms up a little bit, I'll just pull this thing out, and where I can work around it. Obviously it's compact under there, but it keeps nature away from it a little bit, because I have a lot of work to do and I like to get it done soon. So hope you enjoyed this long-winded episode. As always, thanks for watching.